promptly detained by the restaurant. So when I found out about it, I headed over there, sort of sprinted over there actually. And I only got to hear about that. So what your headlines were doing some county police, kind of sheriff, as well as the Metro State Police, describing what happened earlier today. So we're about to.
That's part of the
Yes. Our sister. So no, I think
You guys need a few more minutes to set up, or is everybody pretty much set?
Want to do a sound test? How we doing? June 11th, 2022. Test, 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 test. Kootenai County, State of Idaho, City of Coeur d'Alene. How's everybody? Everybody hearing okay? All right. We'll go ahead and get started. My name is Robert Norris. I am your Kootenai County Sheriff. Accompanied with me today is Chief Lee White from the City of Coeur d'Alene and Captain John Kemp from the State of Idaho. And we want to let you know that this information is very, very fresh. It's very preliminary. But in our effort to get the information to you as quickly as we can, we wanted to have this press conference. So Chief White is going to go through some of the specifics of the event, of what we know so far. Chief?
Thanks, Sheriff. I want to start off by thanking our partner agencies, the Kootenai County Sheriff's Department, the Idaho State Police, that have partnered with us throughout this event in the planning and preparation for today's events. And I think it's largely because of our teamwork and the way we work so cooperatively together that today ended up being relatively uneventful overall. We had been receiving information over the last couple of days that there were a number of groups that were planning on to disrupt today's activities, and so that was the reason for the large presence of uniformed officers in the downtown area. At approximately 1:38 this afternoon, we received a telephone call from a concerned citizen who reported that approximately 20 people jumped into a U-Haul wearing masks. They had shields and, quote, looked like a little army. Units began to go into the area, and we made a traffic stop almost exactly 10 minutes later. At that point, 31 people were detained. They were all wearing similar attire. They had shields, shin guards, and other riot gear with them, including at least one smoke grenade. Those 31 individuals have been arrested for conspiracy to riot. At this point, they appear to be affiliated with the group Patriot Front. These individuals come from all over. We are still in the booking process. We've not completed booking of all 31 individuals, but at this point, we have individuals from Texas, Utah, Idaho, Colorado, South Dakota, Illinois, Arkansas, Wyoming, Washington, Oregon, and Virginia. And as I said, the booking process is not complete yet. Officers are going to be, over the course of the next several days, still booking evidence and including the shields and riot gear and things of that nature that were taken from these individuals. I want to say, from me personally, I don't think this would have been as successful had we not had one extremely astute citizen who saw something that was very concerning to them and reported it to us. It is clear to us, based on the gear that the individuals had with them, the stuff they had in the possession and in the U-Haul with them, along with paperwork that was seized from them, that they came to riot downtown. And that's why they've been booked appropriately for conspiracy to riot. And with that, I'll take questions. Yes, sir.
Could you tell us more about that paperwork or any other communications that would suggest conspiracy to riot beyond just the gear that they had in their possession?
I don't think I'm at liberty to say exactly what the paperwork had on it just yet. I will tell you it appeared to be very similar to an operations plan that a police or military group would put together for a days of for an event.
And it was just one charge of conspiracy to riot per person?
I don't know if additional charges, they might be pending based on, other things that might be found during the booking process and things of that nature. But at this point, each of those 31 individuals has only been charged with conspiracy to riot.
Lastly, have you known firearms that were found?
I don't have any information about that. I didn't see any on the stop myself. Like I said, there was at least one smoke grenade. There was multiple shields. They were all wearing hats that had plastic inside them, shin guards, shields, things of that nature.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
There's social media reports saying that a Coeur d'Alene member of the police department told that the department has informants inside Patriot Front who told them they were loading up in the back of a U-Haul with weapons. Can you confirm or deny anything around that?
No, I can't. I would tell you that's not how we got this information at all. It came from just one concerned citizen. It did not come from an informant inside any organization.
Do you know where the U-Haul was first reported?
I don't know where they rented it from. I know that they were loading up in a parking lot of a local hotel. That's where they, I guess, met up and all got in this one U-Haul. As far as where they were staying or where they rented it, I'm sorry, I can't speak to that. I don't have that information just yet. As Sheriff Norris said, this is very, very fresh. Remember, we just arrested 31 people less than 2 hours ago. We are just getting through this. We haven't begun to do interviews. We haven't even finished the booking paperwork on these individuals yet. This is about as fresh as it gets. And I don't anticipate any additional information coming out until Monday at the earliest. Yes, sir.
The Department of Homeland Security recently noted that white nationalist groups and domestic terrorists were the number one security threat. Do you anticipate working or being in contact with federal authorities before other charges?
I can tell you that we've been in contact with our federal partners all day. We had a member of a federal agency who was with us at the command post all day. Yes, sir.
I know that there were rumors online, especially around Parler, regarding people coming to these events today with bear mace and other kinds of weaponry. Was that ever made known to any of the people, that responded to this, or did you guys already know about any of these other kinds of threats that were emerging online?
We did know about some of the threats that were happening online, and yes, there were people walking around the event with long guns and handguns and bear spray and all kinds of things like that. None of that's illegal in Idaho. It's only to the point when they start using it that we grow really concerned. Yes, ma'am.
Are these the only arrests that occurred today around these events?
No, ma'am. As far as I know, we had at least 2 additional arrests. It's my understanding that both those individuals were from the Oregon area. They were both arrested for misdemeanor charges as well, one for disorderly conduct and one for trespassing. In addition to that, there were at least 3 warnings given to other individuals.
Were they all near the Pride event?
Yes, ma'am. Those 3 warnings and the 2 arrests that I just spoke of were in City Park. Yes, sir?
I presume there was no resistance met for the series of arrests.
No, they were cooperative during the arrest process. We had a great deal of officers there because of the information that we had received initially. And frankly, with 31 people in a car, we had to make sure that we had adequate resources on hand. Any other questions? Yes, sir.
Do you know if any of them these people are local or related to local people?
I don't have that information yet. Like I said, I just have the states where some of them are from. There was one individual who's from Idaho, and 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I only had 12 or 13 so far that have been through the booking process that I could say definitively where they called home right now.
Are you willing to share the name of the person from Idaho at this point?
I don't have that information on hand, sir. I'm sorry.
How serious are the charges? I mean, are they going to be booked and released? Are they going to spend the weekend in jail? They imagine appear before a judge, that sort of thing?
It's a misdemeanor charge. In my opinion, I would gladly arrest 31 individuals who are coming to riot in our city for a misdemeanor rather than have them participate in some sort of seriously disruptive event, which is exactly what they were planning in downtown area. And it wasn't just City Park that they were planning to riot in. There was some other information they were planning on going down Sherman, for instance. So preventing a riot by arresting 31 people with a misdemeanor, I will gladly do that every day of the week.
Can you anticipate, though, when they might be released? Will it be this weekend?
I don't have that information. There's a process that everybody has to go through. Obviously, just booking 31 people into jail is going to take some time. Their first appearance, unless they bond out, will likely be tomorrow morning. Is that accurate, Sheriff? I can't speak to that. Is that right?
Yes.
Monday, I'm sorry. Yes, ma'am.
What indicated that this group is associated with Patriot Front?
They were wearing arm patches. One of them said Patriot Front. The majority of them had logos on their hats. They were consistent with the Patriot Front group that you would see online. They were also wearing khaki pants, and everyone was dressed exactly the same. Well, very, very similar anyway. And if you go online, look up Patriot Front, that's exactly how these individuals were dressed. Predominantly, though, it was the insignia and logos that they were wearing, along with at least one patch that said Patriot Front on it. Yes, sir.
Can you describe the responding agencies? I know there are deputies, troopers, officers, but like SWAT or any other specialty vehicles?
The majority of the people who responded were just in regular marked patrol vehicles. We did have 2 SWAT quick reaction teams that were part of the arrest as well. Once again, with the unknown, we had no idea what we were walking into. So there were numerous SWAT officers present. There were numerous Coeur d'Alene police officers. There were numerous Kootenai County officers, deputies present. Idaho State Police had numerous troopers on scene. There were quite a few officers there because we got information there was at least 20 people in a U-Haul. We wanted to make sure we had adequate resources. And frankly, with the quote that we received through dispatch was, it, quote, looked like a little army that was loading up into the vehicle. We thought it appropriate to take adequate measures. Yes, sir.
Obviously, Patriot Front isn't the only known group to want to attempt stuff like this. Is there reason to believe that any more extremist groups like Patriot Front would be attempting to follow through an event like this in the future, anytime soon?
I don't have any information about future events or other groups that might be attending future events at this time.
You mentioned federal partners. Could you confirm whether that means FBI, DOJ, or any specific agency?
Yeah, we were in contact with the FBI all day. All right, well, thank you, everybody, for coming.
Hey Sheriff, can I ask you a question?
Yes, absolutely.
I just have one.
Sure.
You talked about overcrowded jails
Right.
last week.
Yes, I did.
Is there enough room for 31 people in jail?
We'll find the room for these 31 people. Yeah, we'll find the room, so,
Thank you.
sure.
Okay.